Hey, I got my coffee and I want to talk about conversions, specifically lead conversions on car dealership websites. We're going to look at some ways that you can today double the amount of leads generated from your dealership website. And I know that's a bold statement because that is one of the very primary reasons to have a dealership website is to generate leads. So how can I say you can take a few steps and just double the amount of leads that you're getting? Well, what I want to talk about today is the way that we can position opportunities for customers to convert into leads and looking at kind of the science behind curiosity and the placements of the CTAs on your dealership website that will and can and will have an immediate impact of leads generated from a dealership website. We actually made a very minor tweak to a dealership website just yesterday as a test, and we did exactly that. We doubled the amount of leads generated with no additional marketing, no additional changes to the traffic coming to the dealership website, but a couple simple things that you can do to generate more leads from your dealership website. Of course, we're going to be looking at an intice360 website platform, but these are things that you may be able to do on your existing dealership website platform. So what I'm going to do right now, let me just go ahead and share my screen. Give me a second. Boom. All right. So now the first thing that you're going to notice is that we have this pop-up right on this dealership website. And on this pop-up, we are leveraging the Happy Honda Days, the Tier 1 advertising. We know that Honda, in this case, is spending millions of dollars to drive the message of Happy Honda Days. It is something that they've spent tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in the years since Happy Honda Days has been created. And it is important that Honda dealerships are leveraging that. The responsibility and role of an OEM from an advertising standpoint is to make sure that they are going to create awareness of the brand and the desire for the brand. Tier 2 advertising really is going to be about the timing of when it is somebody should be considering purchasing a vehicle. The Tier 3 advertising in the dealership website is really about acting now to engage and start that purchase process. So we're going to leverage the Happy Honda Days marketing in this message, and we want to create a strong CTA. Now, this is not the change that I'm talking about generating double the amount of leads. This is just in addition to that. This is a simple way to drive more lead conversions on your dealership website. This simple pop-up right here is asking if the customer wants to get an additional $1,500 for your trade. The message here could be anything. It could be a $25 Visa reward card for a test drive. It could be an additional $500 off of a vehicle purchase. It could be $2,500 for additional for your trade. Anything that you want to do to create some enticement to get the customer to convert into a lead and generate. So yes, let's do that, or we can do it. We can say no thanks, not interested in that. I'm going to go ahead and just close out of this right now, and I'm going to get to the dealership website. So what I want to do specifically is I want to talk about the SRP and the VDP. And this is where we have the opportunity to convert customers into leads. Really, the core of a dealership website is the SRP and the VDP. We want customers to see and learn about what vehicles you have on offer and then engage the process for lead conversion. Now, one of the things that is really interesting, and I'm going to just kind of and I just shared this with you real quick as I'm going around to change my window configuration on my video. But you can see here that we have an exit intent technology also added to the dealership website. In this case, we are using that $25 Visa reward card offer at the moment the customer intends to leave the site. So we're catching them on entrance with a $1,500 extra trade. We're using a $25 Visa reward card offer before they go, and we can capture some leads that way. And that right there is not going to pop up again during my visit, and my entrance notification is not going to pop up during that visit. But what I want to do real quick is I just want to digress a little bit here and just have a chat with coffee with you guys this morning. And what I want to talk about is the best practice recommendations of what we're going to be covering here and the overall strategy when it comes to what dealerships are doing. And it's really interesting is that when dealers ask me for my opinion, what works best, and I let them know based on my years of experience in automotive, my years of experience in digital retailing, my years of experience working with some of the best dealerships in the country, I have a pretty good idea based on data what works to generate leads. And when it comes right down to it, generating that lead, starting the conversation for dealerships to sell cars is really the ultimate metric of success. You're going to look at once that lead hits your CRM, how quick are you going to be able to respond to that lead? How many contacts are you going to get as a percentage? How many appointment schedules are you going to get from that lead? How many of those appointments are going to show up in the dealership showroom? What's your confirmation percentage? These are all extremely important metrics, but without the lead, none of it really matters. The ultimate metric, of course, is are you selling more cars? Are you making more money? What is your overall closing percentage? But again, without that lead, none of the other metrics matter. Another thing that I find is dealers really get entrenched on what is on their SRP and their VDP. And it seems in many cases that they're very unwilling to take best practice recommendations based on data and try new things. So that's really one of my challenges for you today is to think about, look at your SRP, look at your VDP. If you make a change to it, first of all, you should be able to get it changed within 24 hours. And if you can't, you're working with the wrong website provider. But in this case, make a change, try it for a few days. If it works, continue. If it doesn't work, go back. But you're not locked into one SRP or VDP. So that's I'm going to get off my soapbox for a second and grab another sip of my coffee and go back and share my screen again. All right, so I'm sharing my screen again here, and this is what we're looking at. So we're looking at the search results page. And one of the things that you're going to notice on the search results page is that we have multiple CTAs on the SRP. A lot of people think that this is too many, but based on the data, what we can show is that adding more doesn't necessarily just confuse the consumer. Adding more, if they're done in a very strategic way, is going to allow the customer to look at and understand what the primary CTA is. In this case, pretty easy to guess. It's the big green one right here. I can also look at other CTAs, which we're going to call secondary CTAs. We can even call them tertiary CTAs on where we get that customer to go from that primary CTA, which is the unlock best price. Another thing that you're going to see here on the CTAs, we have a nice little animation making sure that we're calling out the primary CTA. So get our best price. And then we have the primary CTA in green. We have that as a direct call to action. Unlock best price. Click this. Unlock best price. We have a call CTA, and then we have a schedule a test drive, get pre-qualified, sell us your car, get a trade value, and get your terms right there in our payment button. You can also see on this CTA, more importantly, that this is the one hack that you can do today to double the amount of leads from your dealership website. And that is go ahead and hide your MSRP, your discount, and your internet price. Now, I know that a lot of customers or a lot of dealers would be afraid to do this, but try it. Try it for 24 hours. Try it for 48 hours. See if it works. I find that customers are very willing to share their information to unlock the MSRP because we're still very willing to share other information about the vehicle without having that customer share their contact information. And this is what creates curiosity, and it's that curiosity that gets a customer to click. One of the things that Tony Robbins used to talk about a lot is A satisfied need, let me see if I can remember it. A satisfied need no longer motivates. So if I am providing the MSRP and I am providing the discount and I am providing the internet price, there's no reason for a customer to provide their contact information to get that price. If there's no motivation, there's no curiosity, your lead volume is going to be very low. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are creating the curiosity, creating the engagement. And you can think about this in kind of your own real world scenarios. When you're flipping through your social media feed, you're flipping through Twitter, you're flipping through YouTube. When you see, for example, you see the thumbnail, you see something that is coming up in an image, they have an arrow pointing to something, something is circled. You're not really quite sure what that is. So what are you going to do? You're going to click on it. It's going to be the same scenario here with our Unlock Best Price. Now, I would just kind of walk through how this process actually works. So we can see generating a lead and unlocking the price, and then kind of the satisfaction that we're going to get once a customer does that. But before we get there, let's go ahead and just talk about how we have the CTAs structured on the intice360 website. We have CTAs all over the place, allowing a customer to engage in multiple different things, but they're kind of layered in a very nice fashion. Of course, number one, we have our unlock, unlock, unlock. These are all buttons. We have our unlock best price. We have this little animation right here that's going to point to our unlock best price button. And if I click on this, this, or this, the exact same thing that's going to happen. And that is we're going to get this unlock best price form field that is going to pop up. And we require a mobile number and a zip code. So and then we also use other technology to validate the information that's going in this to make sure that it is a good quality consumer data that we're sending in as a lead. Another thing I want you to see is our secondary CTA, which is called the dealership. And we can actually generate that phone call into an ATFXML lead to your dealership's CRM through our call tracking technology. Additionally, we have a schedule a test drive, get pre-qualified, get an instant Kelley Blue Book trade-in value, or get a real offer, sell or trade, and then get your terms. These are what we call our tertiary CTAs. Now, I did a video when I spoke at Digital Dealer during the pandemic. I want to say it was 2021 maybe, and it was a Zoom type of presentation at Digital Dealer. I think it's still available on my YouTube channel. But the reason I bring that up is that during that video, I kind of did a deep dive on why we have our VDPs set up this way to create that curiosity, to understand why a customer is going to look at a certain thing, go to the primary CTA, and then from that primary CTA, look at other images. Now, as I kind of walk through the rest of this VDP, I want to show other CTAs to continue to funnel the customer down into different CTAs. Now, I also want to talk about real quick, and I know this video is probably going to get a little bit long, but hey, I don't even know how many people are actually watching. So we'll find out as I kind of go through it. Maybe you guys are bored. But I'm going to just chat with you real quick about ClickFunnels. So if you're not familiar with ClickFunnels is a technology that was created probably a decade ago by a guy named Brunson, and is a technology that really makes it easy to create a website, but that's designed to convert. And he calls these things ClickFunnels. And if you're familiar with that, you'll know that the ClickFunnels is really creating high-performing landing pages that have multiple CTAs as the customer is kind of going down that funnel. So he might have a page that is, scroll after scroll after scroll after scroll after scroll, and his video content, and has other CTAs buried in there. Something that's going to appeal to anybody. And the further that they scroll, the further opportunities we're going to get the customer to convert into a lead. So our VDPs are actually set up the exact same way, where we're going to have multiple opportunities for a customer to convert into a lead. So right up top, we have our start your online purchase. We have our trade, sell, get a real offer, get your credit score, and schedule a VDP, a VIP test drive. Each one of these is going to open up an appropriate piece of technology. This is going to open up Deal Maker. This is going to open up our Express Cash Offer technology, where I can get a real offer by year, or get a real offer by VIN or plate, a year, make, model, get a Kelley Blue Book trade-in value. You can see here, get your free credit score and get pre-qualified. All of these are going to have video content to keep the customer engaged. I can share this vehicle, share it to social media with the individual image, or I can save this vehicle to the system and I can review it later. As I scroll down, you can see what our payment options are there. I can start my deal. I can get my trade-in value, either sell or trade, get a real offer in 2 minutes, or get a Blue Book value. Each one of these are going to be a CTA that opens up different pieces of technology. I can come here and look at service and protection plans. Maybe I want to find out what the Honda Care VSC is. I can open this up. Got a nice video.
Car owner, you know that.
I'll go ahead and let this play for a minute, and I will have another drink of my coffee since we're talking about
Unexpected repairs can be expensive and leave you feeling frustrated. But what if there was a way to...
Great little explainer videos about what a vehicle service contract is, what a gap insurance is, tire and wheel protection, theft deterrent, interior and exterior. All of this adds video SEO, and engagement opportunities. Get your free credit score, unlock savings. So all of these are great CTAs. I also have highlighted features, which is decoded through Chrome. Got a ton of information from Chrome, such as the original warranty, technologies, and telematics, in-car entertainment, comfort features, exterior and performance features, all adding SEO to this individual page. And then we have our disclosures and then our model line up here. And right down here, additional CTAs where I can search new, search schedule service, search shop pre-owned, or get a real offer right from this, right from the conversion block down the bottom right-hand corner. Also, you'll see here, one of my pet peeves as a digital marketer and website provider is these widget icon bars that actually push the customer away from your dealership website instead of pushing them into a lead conversion technology. We're going to push the customer. We're going to first keep the customer on the dealership website and then push them into lead conversion technologies that would be relevant for a shopper. For example, Express Cash Offer. I go to Express Cash Offer. There I am right there. If I go free credit score, I got free credit score right there. So all of those CTAs, all the way at the top, I got CTAs. So all of that. And so we're giving the customer a ton of information, all of the images. I can click on the image. I can look through all of the different images for the vehicle. You see, I can just click through super fast. But this right here is the hack. And before I get into what happens when you actually click that, which is I'm creating some curiosity to keep you watching the video. You can see up here I have one left at this price. So this is a 2025 Honda Civic sedan with black leather interior. All of that is available, and this is only one. We only have one vehicle at that. That's specifically like this vehicle at that price and everything else. So that's going to create some curiosity as well and some urgency about to get the customer to convert into a lead. So the first thing I might want to do is I might want to unlock the MSRP or anything else. And to do that, I'm just going to click on one of these buttons. Any one of these buttons are going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to submit my information. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to a different one. Now I could put a message there if I want, of course, but if I go ahead and hit submit, it's going to give me a nice little message. So first of all, unlock best price. Hey, exclusive dealership discount is in the works. We're going to be hitting your inbox at davidfarmer@intice.com, blah, blah, blah. Great information, providing more information about the dealership, why consider doing business with them, unique selling propositions. All of this information is just really cool right there in the response to the lead form. I would go to your dealership website right now and see what kind of message you're telling your customer after a customer submits a lead. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit close and continue shopping. And what you're going to see is I just unlocked the price on this vehicle. Not only did I unlock the price on this vehicle, but if I go back to the SRP search results page, you're going to see that we unlocked pricing on all of them. So I just unlocked the entire website. We can also change this message if we want to maybe request more information, since I've already unlocked the price, since all the prices are unlocked. Another thing that I want to show you, I'm going to zoom up real quick here, is you can see what we've done is MSRP, discount, internet price, $24,838, but I put a line through that. I put a line through that because that's not necessarily our best price. So we have everything unlocked, but that gives us the opportunity to get more information and get that best price instead of just the internet price. And if I come back here and I go to the VDP, and if I zoom up here, you'll see got a nice description here. MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price, discount difference between MSRP and internet price. And internet price is our everyday low internet price, but it's not necessarily our best price. So now there's more curiosity. We're still being fully transparent. We're providing the customer the pricing, but that is available right there in the VDP. Now this video is probably a little bit longer than what I have done in the past, but that's okay. What I wanted to do today is talk about what you can do right now to double the leads generated from your dealership website, and some of those simple hacks will get you there. I would love to find out if you, number one, have the ability to do this with your website provider, where you can lock prices and then unlock them, and how long it would take to get that added. For us, it would take about 15 minutes to get everything turned on and set up in a way that is effective. And if a dealership wanted to test it, we can test it for 24 hours and we can flip it right back. So it's very easy for us to make those modifications in the intice360 website. So in this episode of Coffee and Conversions, we talked about these simple hacks that you can do. If you are successful in getting that system added to your dealership website and you run a test for 24 to 48 hours, I'd love for you to leave those comments below, whether you're seeing this video on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or on YouTube. I appreciate it very much. You're going to find this video and many others on intice.com. Take care. Have a big weekend.